Oh yeah, I love the malty styles.
Okay.
Germans, Bavarians, Belgians, 100% my jam. I make Hefeweizen probably 3 times a year.
Okay.
In the summertime, I like the Hefs. I like Belgian Wits a lot in the summertime. I have a recipe for like a 3.5, 4% Belgian Wit that I can
Ooh,
crush like a
nice.
gallon a day in the summertime
Yeah.
in the pool. Remember, it gets to 120 out here,
Yeah. I don't,
so it's
I'd
pretty
melt.
hot
I'd melt.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah. If you until you had a real summer out here, you don't realize how hot 120 is. Yeah. So that's kind of my summertime beers, and then once hockey season and football season rolls around, fall is usually my triples.
Okay.
I have a
Oh,
triple
wow. I
right now.
like
It's like
triples.
10%,
Yeah.
so I can only drink like a half a glass of it. But um, I love the Belgians, and then in the wintertime when it's darker and colder,
Mm-hmm.
cold 90.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dunkels. I love
Mm-hmm.
Dunkelweisens. I like wheaty beers, so I like
Okay.
Weizenbachs.
Yeah. 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 That's a good one.
Um, yep. So yeah, yeah, chocolatier beers I like. I would say those are probably the ones that I brew the most frequently. I I'm not a huge stout and porter
Okay.
fan. Although I haven't actually tried my hand at like a pastry stout. I think I would like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I've had a couple in the past that I liked, like just I don't know the brands, but I also like milk stouts, but I think I'm lactose intolerant. Like I used to be, and now I'm kind of not. So I don't know what's going on, but so I want to give my shot of that. I just recently a friend of mine left the hobby, and so he's like, "Hey, you want my old fridge?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." I put it in the garage, just pack it in there. So now I have a conditioning
Yeah.
fridge because one of my biggest problems for like conditioning lagers or like a bar, I want to make a nice, good English barley wine, is I don't have anywhere in the house that's consistently, cellaring temperatures, lagering temperatures, 40, 50 Fahrenheit doesn't exist. I have the air on 9 months of the year. In fact, I already turned them air on, for obvious reasons this year. So my air is typically on like 72, 74 degrees. And that's the coldest the house ever gets. I don't have a basement, very few basements out here in the desert. And so there's just nowhere I can put that stuff. So if you don't have a dedicated refrigeration system, you cannot cellar a lager or beer. So now I have that. It can fit, it's like an apartment style fridge. So
Okay.
I think I could fit two corny kegs in there.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I can lager in there. So because I want to make a barley wine and lager it for like a year. And so
Okay.
I was
Wow.
planning on making that sometime this year. And then but also when I make like the Christmas ale, I like, August or September to make a Christmas ale with vanilla beans and the nutmeg, the seed,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this is a star anise, or there's another ingredient that's the typical
For
Christmas
brain. Yeah.
flavor,
No,
like,
that sounds
I forget
delicious.
what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made one of those, and actually the best one I ever made came from that extract kit. That first extract kit I ever
Mm-hmm.
made was like a Christmas ale, and it was really good, so, I tried to replicate it. It's mostly like a brown ale with spices, like a spiced brown, but it's really good, so I wanna make that in in like September and then age it
Mm.
for like nice clean 3
Yeah.
months, nice and slow. So it's nice to have that not the fermenting fridge, the conditioning fridge or the cellaring fridge, I'm calling it. So yeah, so
That's a
the
good idea.
Dunkels
Yeah.
are probably my I don't know, this makes me sound like an alcoholic, like my day drinking beer, like when I come home and I'm off work, I'm like, I get my beer, I'm
Yeah.
good, right? But then like my fancy beers, like my triples and my doubles, because they're a little bit more alcohol and I don't drink them every day. It's like I'll drink those like when it's a fancy hockey game or when the Bears are playing, and I'm like, all right. Unfortunately, Bears play at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning sometimes. It's like, oh, this is my Bears beer. What do you want me to do? I gotta drink it. So yeah, my day drinker is typically a Hefeweizen in the winter and like a Dunkel in the summer, or excuse me, a Hefeweizen in the summer and a Dunkel in the
So
winter.
maybe you have to start drinking like coffee stouts. So like make that your bear beer. They're like, yeah, what's coffee?
Yeah, yeah, right. I could, yeah,
If you're lactose intolerant, get some pastry stuff you may want to watch out too, because I know they use lactose in those as well too.
yeah,
So
right.
you gotta.
So
If you're gonna make one yourself, I guess you could use some other type of non-fermentable sugars, but I don't know. I guess it'd be the creaminess. That'd be one thing, but kind of interesting to try to
yeah,
achieve.
I think I would just bite the bullet and
Just
just
try it, see what happens.
suffer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
Yeah,
you're at home,
yeah.
it'd be
I
fine.
mean, I do take like those
Oh,
lactase
yeah,
pills,
yeah,
the
yeah.
enzyme.